Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey. Today I'd like to show you my entire workflow for an entire week, because my situation is, and you might be in a similar situation, that I still work full-time. I've got a 10-hour job, but basically 8 hours a day, but I've got a bit of a commute as well to and from work. During the week it's a very stressful job, so I actually don't have a lot of time to work on print-on-demand and KDP, but I still do. And I also have a family with 3 kids that, they demand my time, obviously, and I don't want to spend every free minute on print on demand. So I had to streamline my process, which is pretty much what I do in my full-time job as well. Trying to work on, making processes more efficient and lean. So this is what I've done with this print on demand business as well. Constantly looking for ways to further automate and to improve the process, because I think this is where you can free up your time, you can make your business more future-proof, because eventually, like with every passive income business or any business really, the only way you can really get rich and get wealthy and make it successful is if you take yourself out of the process as much as possible. Because if a business is dependent on you and your own time, you will never make it. You will never make it really. And the whole reason is that, you know, if my business was depending on me uploading to Redbubble every day for, as much as possible, and I would have to spend 3 hours on uploading 60 designs every day, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable purely because it would burn you out. It's just too much. And I've heard of many people, because I'm very active in print-on-demand forums and chats as well, and I watch a lot of live streams, and I also watch premieres of new videos. And a few people they're always there, and they ask, what can I do to avoid that I feel so burnt out? Because they work every day on their shop on Redbubble, and they work every day on their Spreadshirt shop or Merch by Amazon designs. I don't know, but after a while you just get burned out, because you can't. The process of uploading, for example, is so mind-numbing. I did it in the beginning of my print-on-demand journey. Spent 1 month uploading to Redbubble Spreadshirt every day manually after work, uploading there 50, 60 designs. No way, no, it doesn't work. So I streamlined my process. Of course, there are a few tools that you're using, but like with every investment, I see these tools as investment in my business. With every tools, there needs to be a payback period, like in any business, and these tools have already paid back for themselves. So every month I have a positive cash flow coming in, and I only started this business a few months ago. So I think I'm on the right track here. And someone actually asked me in one of my previous videos if I could tell you my whole workflow, because I think I mentioned in another video that I do all the preparation for the week on the weekend, and then I don't really have a lot of work during the week, which is completely true, because I even work on this YouTube channel, so I have time for that. How can I manage to do all of that? And I also have another online business running in parallel, so how can I do that? So on the weekend, what is my process? Let's say the process starts on the weekend. So let's say it's Saturday, I don't have to go to work. Yes, of course, kids want my time, but I wake up every morning very early. So I wake up at around 5 o'clock during the week and also on the weekend. So you might think that's crazy, but I've got used to it. I've always done it, and it's just my time where I can get stuff done very early in the morning, basically in the time between 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the morning. So what do I use these 4 hours for? And sometimes more, it depends. Sometimes I spend the whole morning working on this, and sometimes also in the afternoon, sometimes also in the evening. But regularly, I would say between 5 o'clock in the morning and 9 o'clock in the morning, every Saturday and Sunday, I do this. So I go to my Flying Research portal. So Flying Research is a research tool that I use to get ideas, get inspiration. You don't need to use Flying Research. I mean, there are other research tools out there. It just happens that this is the tool that I'm using. I found it quite useful to do research for MBA and for Spreadshirt and for Redbubble. And this is not a tutorial on how to use it, so I don't really want to go into detail. But what Flying Research does in a very nice way is it really very quickly can tell me what are the current trends, what is currently selling. I get very good inspirations quickly, because for me it's all about saving time. So I want to have a tool that, as you can see here, I just go to Get Inspired MBA, Yeah, I can set a few things up here, but I straight away can see new things that are out there. You know, there are other people designing. I can sort by BSR very quickly, and I get very quickly an idea of what is actually selling. Because I'm short on time, I don't really have time to use a because there's this free Chrome extension that you can use to do some research as well. But I personally don't have time for that, so I want to have a way or a tool that tells me quickly of how I can what is actually selling at the moment. And then I basically go through this, and I go through designs which I use this to identify niches that are no trends, because I don't want to work on trends. Maybe I create trend designs. 10% of my designs, 15% are trend designs. All the other designs are evergreens. And I do this because I want to create a business which, well, will create sales in the next few years as well. So if I only create a design around the presidential election, and I did that, by the way, but if I was focusing on these things and these events, which only occur once or maybe even every 4 years, I'd be struggling, I think. So I accept that I might have less sales, but then more consistent sales. So I create designs for fishing, for surfing, birthday designs, stuff which is selling, like these here, these vintage 1971 designs. There are lots of them out there, but they are still selling. So I design gamer designs, things that in a way are trending, like gaming, but things that will be there in 4 years as well, or in 5 years, so. But I use front-end research just to get ideas and to get an understanding of how many designs are out there already, what is the competition, and this is my first step. And then I put down the niches and I create designs for the niches. Now, how do I create designs? First step is I use allsunsets.com to download designs. This is my go-to resource for designs, for graphics. And for example, if I look for a gaming design, I type in gaming, and then there will be a vintage sunset design with a controller, for example, that comes up. Now I also get my graphics from Canva, for example. They've got lots of elements here as well that can be downloaded, and a lot of sales have come from these graphics as well. And also I'm using Creative Fabrica, which is my next go-to resource, because I've only started to use it a few weeks ago, but from the sales I'm making, the subscription has already paid for itself. And they also have freebies, but with regards to freebies, I don't mind spending a bit of money and getting access to all of it. So this is what I've done. And by the way, all the subscriptions I have, they've already paid for themselves, and every month I'm in positive cash flow. So there's no reason why you shouldn't do it, because if you're serious about it, and if you, it's up to you. If maybe this process I'm doing is not for you, but for me it works. So then I download whatever I like. So I basically identify my niches. If I think, at the moment, we're getting into summer, maybe this is something, it's not only a trend, it's something that will sell probably all year round, maybe less in the winter, but it's still selling also next year. And I want to create surfing designs. I type in surfing, or basically before that, I go to POD, print on demand. I search for surfing. And for me, I generally don't like to use designs that are already ready-made. Sometimes I do when I have a bit more time on my hand, because then I can change them and take the text out and create my own text. But I oftentimes look for designs or graphics which don't have a text on them, or a text or a design where I can just easily remove the text. And the reason is that I want to create my own designs, and I don't want to spend time. For example, this one, I can just in Canva. So I look for designs that I can easily use in Canva, because Canva is for me the tool that I use to create designs quickly and efficiently. And in Canva, it's obviously more difficult to remove a text, and you can't do it on all designs because you can only use PNG files. But in Canva, it's more efficient for me to do that than, for me to go into Photoshop or whatever. It takes a bit more time. So as I said, this whole process is about saving time. So I would download one of these, for example, surfing lifestyle, or this one here, this vintage sunset background design with a surfer, which doesn't have any text on it, and it comes as PNG files. So I can then, when I've downloaded this, maybe I download 20, 30, different ones, or maybe maybe 20, 30 different ones from the different websites that I've just shown you. And then I would go mainly, most often, if I look for an efficient process, I go into Canva. Now in Canva, I would go to uploads. I would upload, these are all actually, all of these here have come from Creative Fabrica. So what I would do, I would just upload that surfing design. You know, it's probably somewhere here, but I'm just pretend this was a surfer design. I would put it in here, make it larger, choose a font that works, and there are 2-3 fonts that I always use. I would put a text around it, and I would download it, and I can scale this out. So that means I can create different text colors, different fonts, and I can create different texts as well. And by the way, then with one graphic, I can suddenly have 10-20 designs easily within half an hour. And also what I can do, if I have a text and a font that works, and I can change it out, I can change the design out or the graphic with something else. And I can also use the pro elements of Canva, so I can look for surfing as well. And if I'm already in the surfing niche, then I create, and then I can, for example, this one looks decent. Now I could use this one, right? Or there are so many good designs on Canva as well, like these ones here. And you can use them all for print on demand as well. So I use that, and basically to make it even more efficient, I would try to stick on one, let's say on one Saturday, I would create designs only for one niche, because then when it comes to uploading, I can just copy and text the tags, because I don't need to work on different tags. I can just do my tag research for one design, and chances are they are the same for all of the designs that I've created on that day, or maybe they are just a little bit different. For example, if I have one design with a surfing sister and the other design is a surfing dad, yeah, of course there are a few tags that I need to change out, but it's much quicker doing that than if I had a completely different niche. Now, as soon as I've downloaded all of these in 5400 by 4500, I will possibly start to upload some of them on the same day. And to do that, I use Flying Upload, which is running with 60 uploads a day, basically, to all the different websites. And I showed that in different videos before. As you can see here, they are all running in parallel. Well, I stopped them for this video, but they can all be running in parallel. And then I will create, and then I will repeat the process until I have batches of 50 or 60 designs for every day in the coming week. So I spent the whole Saturday, not the whole Saturday, sorry. I spent the morning on the Saturday, for example, doing my niche research and to create designs for 2 or 3 days. And then I do the same for on the Sunday. And then I have enough designs ready that I can download on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And the reason I do it that way is that, you know, that most websites have daily upload limits like TeePublic and like Redbubble. So normally I upload 50 or 60 a day. Spreadshirt obviously has a few less. And on Spreadshirt, you want to make sure you don't upload the same niche every day, or you don't want to upload 20 surfing designs, because they don't like that you have very similar designs or niches that you upload every day. So I would, if I prepared everything for Monday to Friday, I would make sure that for Spreadshirt, maybe every day I upload 2 surfer designs, 2 skater designs, 2 birthday designs, you know, so that way you get around the issue that your designs get rejected on Spreadshirt. What else? This is pretty much it. So every morning then, during the week, I wake up again before work, I start the uploader. The uploader is then running all day, because for Zazzle, I think it takes quite a bit of time to upload 50 designs. After work then, when I come home, the upload is pretty much finished. And then I can decide if I have time, I do some more research, I create maybe some more designs. Maybe I work on KDP, maybe I work on my website, maybe on my other online business, maybe I just spend time with my family. But that is my workflow, and it works. I'm in profit, as I said, and from here I will just increase my profit every month because I'm uploading more and more. I fully understand and I fully accept that my designs might not be the most, what can I say, the most complex ones, or the most interesting ones, or the most unique ones. Maybe none of them will ever become a bestseller, but they are certainly very similar to designs that you can see here on Flying Research. And And in one video I showed you to recreate, for example, this gamer design here. So, you know, I create designs like that, similar ones, similar standard. I don't mind, because they create consistent sales, and I don't create designs from scratch. So I'm not someone who designs individual graphics, but you don't have to be in print on demand, because there is so much resource out there that you don't need to be. I guess, it would just be a waste of time if I would try to recreate a unicorn from scratch, because there are so many graphics out there. There is no need. And yes, if you're really good, you can do that, but I'm not. And I don't intend to do that, because then again, it wouldn't be passive income. So I would spend so much time on designing that it would just really take out all the how to say, but it would make so much work then for me to create these designs that it's not really a passive income business anymore, because I want to take myself more and more out of the process. Maybe one day I even outsource something, that process fully, to someone else. Maybe I employ someone who is going through that process for me, and I only need maybe 4 to 5 hours on a Saturday and 4 to 5 hours on a Sunday at the moment. And then I can upload 50, 60 designs every day. So that is not a lot of time, to be honest. It is still at the moment a pretty bad hourly wage, but this will go up the more designs I'm uploading. And this is like with every business, in the beginning, rewards are small, but this is honestly my first online business that I've actually ever attempted to run. Yeah, I mentioned I do run another one, but I only started this in parallel with print on demand. So print on demand was still my first online business, and it is the first one that actually worked for me as well. And I should have started it earlier, to be honest. My only regret with print on demand is that I started only now. I'm 33 now. I should have started in my mid-20s, ideally, but that is why I put more emphasis and more work on it now, and I'm very happy that I found this business model. It works, it creates passive income already while I sleep, and it will do so in the future as well. This is just my strategy. There are different people with different strategies and different business models in print on demand as well. There are people who only focus on trends. There are people who make really good money with trends, and there are people who create designs completely different than I do. Maybe I will change my strategy in the future as well, but as long as it works, there is no need for me to change it. I don't spend too much time on it. I know there are people who spend every day 8 hours on it and don't see success. So this is my process, and you can follow it or you can't, but honestly, it works for me at least. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to recreate it or whatever. So this is really all about my process. I can share with you all the secrets revealed, really. But there are no real secrets, because I share anything on this channel anyway. The only thing I don't share is my own designs. Some of them I do, but most of the time I don't, because there is so much competition, and I've seen it on other YouTube channels where people have actually stolen designs of the creators, and then the creators go through and report these people again on Redbubble, for example. And first of all, I don't have time for that. And then, it's not really a good feeling. So, all right. So hopefully you liked the video. If you did, then please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on my print on demand journey, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.